In 2014, the unemployment rate went down and the stock market went up. Hackers struck home and Taylor Swift took a stand. Eyewitness News consumer reporter Susan Hogan takes a look back at some of the top business stories of 2014.
The biggest business story of the year, record recalls. And it appears that story will continue to be big in 2015 as well. General Motors recalled millions of cars after admitting to a defect with ignition switches. More than 40 deaths had been linked to the flaw, which engineers knew about for years.
I am deeply sorry.
At least 5 people have been killed by exploding airbags from the Japanese supplier Takata. That's led to nearly 20 million vehicle recalls around the world. Uber became a household name. The limo service expanded to 250 cities despite safety concerns and taxi protests around the world. It was a bittersweet year in the cupcake business. The Crumbs bakery chain went bankrupt, then reopened 3 months later under new ownership.
Our old customers are happy.
I'll buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin went mainstream as a digital currency, but by the end of the year, it had lost some luster. The value of Bitcoin dropped from a high of $1,200 into the 300s. Apple introduced the iPhone 6.
It's gorgeous.
A few weeks later, CEO Tim Cook made history coming out as the first openly gay chief executive of a Fortune 500 company. Retail giant Home Depot took 5 months to realize it had been hacked. The company said account information was compromised for 56 million cardholders. More Americans went back to work this year was the best hiring trend since the 1990s, bringing the unemployment rate down to 5.8%. But wages have lagged, increasing by just 2% for the year, barely above inflation. Janet Yellen took over as the first woman to head the Federal Reserve, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average touched new highs.
The market finished the day in record territory.
And Taylor Swift shook up the music industry. After releasing her newest album, the pop star pulled all her songs off the streaming service Spotify, saying there should be a value on art. Cybersecurity experts say just because we're approaching a new year does not mean we are letting our guard down. Cyber hacking will continue, and we've got to continue protecting our financial security. I'm Susan Hogan, Eyewitness News.